2024 lead. While some national polls show support for Vice President Harris ticking up following her debate with former President Trump, a new CNN poll of polls finds the race is still essentially locked in a tie with no clear leader. And much more importantly, in the critical battleground states that will decide who actually wins control of the White House, new polls in those swing states show Donald Trump with a slight advantage in the Sun Belt. CNN's Harry Enton is live at the Magic Wall for us in New York. Harry, walk us through the numbers.
Yeah, I care a lot more about these Sun Belt battleground states than I do that national polling leader, because the fact is it's the Electoral College. So let's take a look at where we are in these Sun Belt battleground states. And you can see a lot more red on your screen. In fact, there is no blue on your screen. Arizona, Donald Trump up by 5 points. Georgia, we're characterizing it as no clear leader, but he's got 4 points ahead of Kamala Harris. And in the great state of North Carolina, it's Donald Trump by 3 points. Again, no clear leader. I should note that these results are a little bit more Republican-leaning than the averages are in these states. But even in the averages, they all show Donald Trump slightly ahead in these three pivotal battleground states, two of which Joe Biden carried last time around, Arizona and Georgia.
So when you drill down into the data, what are some of the factors that explain why these numbers are friendly to Donald Trump?
Yeah, why are they? Let's dig deep down into those crosstabs, all right? I think this will give you an indication why. All right, what's the most important issue for determining your November vote? And this is Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and average. Look at what's number one, the economy / inflation, 31%. That's a great issue for Donald Trump. He's always led on the economy and inflation. How about immigration? Issue number two, 16%. Another great issue for Donald Trump. Only when we get down here to abortion at 16% is where Kamala Harris does particularly well. So two of the three top issues are issues on which Donald Trump does better than Kamala Harris. So not much of a surprise that he's leading the poll. How about this? I think this is really interesting. All right, choice for president, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina. All right, Hispanic voters. 4 years ago, Joe Biden won that vote 66% in the Sun Belt. Look at where we are now. Kamala Harris at just 52%. So Kamala Harris struggling among Hispanic voters. Donald Trump doing considerably better than he did 4 years ago. How about black voters? Kamala Harris, again, leading here by a significant margin, right? She's getting 83% of that vote, but that is significantly short of Joe Biden's 92%. So the bottom line is, in the Sun Belt, which is much more diverse than the northern battleground states up in the Great Lakes, Kamala Harris is struggling among voters of color, Jake.
And Harry, as you note, obviously it all comes down to the Electoral College. The magic number is 270. If Harris is able to hold on to those blue wall states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Trump continues to maintain his advantage in the Sun Belt, what do we get?
Oh, my goodness. Look how close this race is. 276 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 262 because she carries these Great Lake battleground states, even if she loses in North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona. But the bottom line is this, Mr. Tapper. This race is way too close to call based upon the polling that I currently see.
Wait, Harry, why do you have Nevada blue?
Why? Because that is the polling average is Nevada is blue by, get this, by a single percentage point. It's the one Sun Belt state in which Kamala Harris currently holds any sort of advantage. But even there, it's way too close to call, as our dear friend John Ralston would like to say.
Yeah, I don't know that I buy that. Harry
You
Enton,
don't buy it. You don't buy it. Then we're going to have to come back on and we'll talk about it a little bit more.
You have an open invitation. What happens if you turn Nevada red? Can
If
you do that?
I can turn Nevada red, and guess what happens if we turn Nevada red? Kamala Harris gets exactly 270 electoral votes. So she would still win in this scenario if you turn Nevada red, because she wins, of course, in Nebraska's 2nd congressional district, which at this point looks like it's going to maintain its blueness because the statewide law is going to maintain that it gives an electoral vote to the winner of each of those congressional districts.
We'll talk more about that in a little bit with the guy trying to change the law in Nebraska, Harry Enton at the Magic Wall. Thanks so much. Let's bring in our panel of political experts. Sorry, I went a little long there, but, you know, I get around a map and I go crazy. Paul, I have to say, do you disagree with the idea that Kamala Harris is running as if she's 5 points up? She's running a cautious race.
No.
She's not doing big interviews. She has yet to do a press conference.
No.
You disagree?
No, I really do. She says I'm the underdog because she is, right? I think she's running, honestly, a flawless campaign. Should she do more interviews? Well, yeah. But our colleague Brian Stelter actually reported this out. She's doing a ton, but they're local interviews. I wish she would come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on The Lead with Jake Tapper. I do, okay? I'm biased because I work here, but also I think it would be good for her. But she's doing local interviews after the debate in Philly. You know what she did? She didn't do you. I wish she had.
She did Channel 6.
Channel 6, Action News, WPVI, the dominant station in the most important state. She did Cheeky Baby. was huge Spanish language radio show. She did as Trump did, the National Association of Black Journalists, where she fielded tough questions. So she should do a lot of interviews. It is frankly more important because of the Electoral College to do this regional local press than it is to do national press.
Krista, what do you think?
Well, I think she's smart in that she doesn't do a whole lot of interviews because she doesn't have to answer the hard questions. And so we saw Joe Biden did the same type of strategy back in 2020. Wasn't really out there, kind of a basement campaign. Harris is doing the same thing. She's not doing big interviews because she doesn't want to answer why she's flip-flopped on fracking. Today, there was an article saying that she's being very vague about her position on immigration now. So it is very smart because she doesn't have to, if she can run the clock out, we're starting voting in some of these states, in Pennsylvania and Virginia, and if she doesn't have to answer these questions, it's probably better off for her. I don't really know how far vibes will get her. She's going to have to put some meat on the bones here.
Yeah.
One of the things we saw in the New York Times polls is that in every single state, Arizona, North Carolina, and Georgia, more people say that Trump's policies helped them than hurt them. More people said that Harris's policies hurt them than helped them.
Aisha, I want to read some analysis by our friend CNN Stephen Collison. He writes, quote, wild weeks of outlandish rhetoric by Donald Trump have revived memories of the cacophony of his 4 White House years and shattered perceptions that he's running a more disciplined campaign than in 2020 or 2016. But the nature of the race, a toss-up contest in swing states, has not budged. Does that surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me because the country is so divided. And I was out in North Carolina recently. I know we'll talk about them later. But what you really get when you talk to voters is there are black voters who have a lot of distaste for Donald Trump. But there is a concern about inflation, there's a concern about the cost of living, and then they come back to, we don't know as much about Harris, right? And so I think that Harris does need to close the deal, but guess who also needs to close the deal? Donald Trump.
Right.
He has not closed the deal.
And if you look at the CNN poll of polls, Trump is still struggling to get a majority of Americans to support him. So that's an average of the leading polls, Harris at 50%, Trump at 47%. Again, what is more important is the battleground states, not the national polls. But still, he's still struggling to get 50%.
He is, but he doesn't have to nationally, right? This is going to come down to 50,000 voters outside of Philadelphia, outside of Atlanta, outside of Phoenix, outside of Las Vegas. And so those national polls, I know we like to talk about them, but they really aren't indicative of what's going on the ground. When you go into these battleground states and see the fact that, for where their favorability is, right now Trump is outperforming his base to where Harris is. And where he's, where she's winning with women and white college-educated voters, his favorability is higher, and so he has a higher ceiling to convert than she does with men and with white non-college-educated.
But Trump is not close. Like in a state like North Carolina, Trump should be further ahead. Really, right. I mean, yes. Like there are a lot of college educated. There are a lot of college-educated voters, and it is turning more blue. But in a state like North Carolina, Trump should be further ahead, even in Georgia. I mean, I think the fact that this race is closer when you think about inflation, cost of living, all this stuff, I think Trump does drag his own self down.
Donald Trump has been a presidential candidate or president for 9 years, 3 months, and 8 days. Mm-hmm. During that time, he has never once had a day where he commanded 50% support. Kamala Harris has been a presidential candidate for 57 days, and she's hit 50 in some of these national polls. Now, I agree, national polls don't matter, just like national interviews don't matter. But Trump trades at such a narrow range. Now, he'll never fall. I don't want to depress you, but I went through, he was found responsible for sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll. He gained 0.9%. He gained a point. He gained a point. He didn't lose a point when he was convicted of 34 felonies. I mean, nothing moves this guy down, but not a lot moves him up. And the entire time Kamala's been running against him, he has moved 1.5%.
I would argue that national interviews are a bigger audience, bigger exposure, but everyone